The Walking Dead. We are looking at episode 1 of season 3 of The Walking Dead, and this one is called Seeds, damn it. The group has. Damn! They have absolutely laid waste to the prison. I think the group actually made really good progress. Now, I think it just shows you the speed of season three's pacing, about the speed that they've actually took this prison over at this point. But essentially, the group have taken over and they go into the prison, but as Hershel's trying to find Glenn and Maggie, who have been separated from the group, he takes a big, massive chomp on his Achilles or his ankle, or however you want to call it. It doesn't really matter. A walker absolutely nom, 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 takes a big, massive bite out of it. And then we end up in the cafeteria, which there is 5 prisoners behind a big gated wall in the cafeteria in the kitchen area, which, to be fair, we'll be making fairy videos on soon enough. But Rick, looking around, he's like, damn, Hershel's gonna bleed out. Hershel Green. It's all over for the big Hirsch Master, the big Scott Wilson. It is all over. So Rick basically decides we're gonna have to cut his leg off. You can clearly see that the group is not really wanting to do this, but they make a tourniquet, ruin his kneecap, and then Rick grabs his hatchet, bam, 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 like a butcher, absolutely cuts Hershel's leg off, and then Hershel, yeah, he is legless. And really smart thinking from Rick. It's the first time in the show we see someone get bit, and this is tried. And obviously it works. The infection didn't spread, which is good because, I mean, albeit, I mean, they literally cut his leg off like, what, 90 seconds, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes after he gets bit. So I think it doesn't leave for an insane amount of time between infections. But, I mean, all this could have really done was absolutely cripple Hershel for the last few hours of his life. But anyway, guys, what we're looking at here is, if what if Hershel died, and I'm not talking about what if the infection killed you regardless if you cut off the leg that was infected before it spread. I'm talking about what if he died here. I think would have changed the game. Personally, of course, Hershel was a good shoulder for Rick to give his opinion to, and maybe not the war council or whatever, but at the same time, Hershel was a good senior figure to have, as we say, around the clubhouse, around the group at the prison. But of course, as we go into season 4, is where Hershel, I think, the first half of season 4, because of course he dies in Too Far Gone. I feel like the first half of season 4 is like peak in the show, because he goes in a badass mode. He prevents the flu, feel like killing more people than what it did. And without Hershel, you've got to say, like, without his medical expertise and all that stuff, the group would have lost more. Glenn probably would have died. Probably looking at the death of Sasha too, and maybe more. But then, of course, having Michonne outside the prison, and then that is when the governor takes him hostage, and we get that epic scene, liar, in Too Far Gone, and he gets his head cut off, and he eventually does meet his demise. But if Hershel dies in season 3, episode 1, or bleeds out in episode 2, none of that happens. Who would the governor have took as a leverage, as a hostage? Who knows? But I tell you what, Hershel dying would have changed the show big time. Rick, I tell you what, like, Hershel's death would have been big on Rick, and then the fact his wife was going to die not long after it, I think Rick could have went to a state of despair, way worse than he could have, because it would have, their deaths would have happened like literally back to back of each other. But I feel like by the time, like, when the governor cuts Hershel's head off, he's got to protect the group. You know what I mean? It's like a war. When Hershel died, it's more like Rick's own doing if he died in episode 1 of season 3, because it was his idea to take the prison. But anyway, guys, that is what would have happened if Hershel died in season 3, episode 1. But until next time, leave your thoughts down below, and peace.